us more money if we go through with some of those. I think we have a month to think about this. I'm all in favor of let's move ahead with the next step so that we can make a decision in April. The community has had a chance to speak to this issue several years ago. They have certainly been speaking about it over the last couple of years. I have received many emails and conversations with members of the community. I think like several people have mentioned tonight, we need to listen to what our police chief has to say. One of the hardest things about sitting up here and looking at everyone is knowing I've had conversations with you, I've received communications from you, and yes, I'm listening and hearing, doing my best to both listen and hear what it is you are telling me. The other thing you need to understand is I am also sitting here representing the entire community. And the entire community does not mean residents only. It means all of our summer residents. It means our college. It means visitors, conferees who have come in, and we need to pay attention to their safety when they're here. There are all sorts of emergencies that can come down the pike, and it's been amazing to me that we've had so few over the years. I'm afraid we're starting to have to add active shooter to the list of things we have to be on the plan for. What happens? I think all we don't need are panicked people running down the road and blocking traffic, regardless of how well police can try and guide that traffic. So we can't put this off anymore. I think we need to look at it seriously and be able to vote next month.
Kent, you had anything to add to this?
I'll add a couple things real quick. I have spent many hours trying to hear from the community, from anyone that would speak to me, from the MRA, from the college, from public safety. I've had good conversations in there. Some I understand, some I don't. I guess what I'm still a little in the gray area from where KCI is, and that we still cannot get a precise answer. It's too vague in that area for me. And I understand, I worked with the college when we had the fire this summer. I was up there with the vans and students and looking at taking care of students. I appreciate the concerns, but I do want us to act not out of fear, but out of fact. And so I'm still in the process of understanding the facts here.
Everyone's had a chance to discuss it. Angie, can you read the motion back? You have it? Or Ron, somebody?
The suggested motion is to move forward with the Texas Road Bridge project by choosing one of the options listed in KCI Associates letter dated February 4th, 2016.
There's the motion and the second.
And to make a decision in April.
To make a decision in April.
And to make a decision.
So that's saying, let me see if I understand this. Let me see if I understand that. So that's saying we're gonna have the bridge. We're just gonna make a decision on it. Okay, I can't. That's all right. Yeah.
Okay, have a motion, have a second on the motion. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Have two. Those against the motion say nay.
Nay.
3. 3-2.
Can I add something here since we're on the
Sure.
bridge? With that being said, again, with talking with many folks within the community, I find that we continue to be somewhat divided over the bridge. It appears that the majority does not desire the bridge as formerly proposed, and with some of the modifications. With that, I move that we suspend the Texas Road Bridge project indefinitely.
I have a motion. Do I have a second? Kitty Fouché seconded the motion. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. 3. All those against the motion say nay.
Nay.
2, 3 to 2.
Mayor, I'd like to add one additional motion here.
Okay.
I'd like to ask that you appoint a committee to investigate the need for a bridge, the type of bridge, whether a walking or vehicular, and location options, and have us to report back by June.
I have a motion. Did y'all get that motion down, Angie? Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Bill Gillen, second. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. 3. Nay.
Nay.
2. Under new business, we're not going to do anything with the capital improvement plan tonight, are we, Ron?
May I ask a question?
Sure.
Are you to appoint the,
Yeah, but I hadn't had time to think about it.
I mean, is that where we're leaving this?
Yeah,
That you will make the total appointments without any commission approval?
well, that was what the motion was. You know.
It kind of got thrown out there pretty quickly. Is that what
Well, that's what I heard, Mary. I don't know.
no, that's what I'm asking, if that's what's happening.
That's what I heard. New business, 2016-2021 capital improvement plan. What do we need to do tonight, Ron?
The board will need to decide if you want to spend additional time talking about the projects. You have up to a month. We do plan to put approval of the CIP on your April agenda.
Do we need additional time? Do you want to look at the capital improvement plan and let us touch base with you to see if we want to have another meeting considering the capital improvement plan? What do you want to do, commissioners? Yeah. You
I'd
leave
like
it.
to have that priority report that you had. Is that in here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, it's in your packet.
Tell you what, let's touch base with them all a week from today by email and see what we need to do. And Ann, you'll be gone, what, the 20th? Okay. Town Services Building Interior Repair, I have a suggested motion.
I'll make it. Yeah. To approve the contract with Service Master of Hendersonville in the amount of $3,400 to repair the town services interior water and mold damage, and to authorize the mayor and town administrator to execute the necessary contract documents.
I have a motion, do we have a second? Have a second from Ken Otto. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Ayes carried, 5-0. Now we have public comment on other topics other than what was on the agenda. Is that Peter? I don't have my glasses on. Yeah, that's Peter.
Can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Peter Boggs. I live at 338 Chapman Road. And I would like to remind this entire community, including town council and everybody, what happened in November. 80% of registered voters in Montreat voted in the election. We should celebrate this amazing demonstration of democracy. I have not heard of such a high level of participation since Iraq under Saddam Hussein or Libya under Gaddafi. As Lindsey Graham said following Obama's election, elections have consequences. The new town council members and the new mayor have a mandate. 75% of voters said that they wanted a major change in the Montreat governance. Those 75% did not want a town hall on Florida Terrace. They did not want a large bridge on Texas Road. I, for one, have confidence that this newly constituted town council will honor the mandate they received at the polls and will implement the major changes that Montreaters were asking for. I believe they will govern with transparency, with openness, and they will be responsive to the wishes of the majority of Montreaters. I want to express sincere gratitude for the mayor and all members of the town council for their service to this community. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
With regard to the Oklahoma New Open project,
Yeah,
can you walk up and, sorry.
this one if you want to.
With regard to the Oklahoma utility project, it appears to me, and I can't swear to it, that the highest water tank in Montreat today is not adequate to service at least the top half of these lots, maybe even more. There is a lot up there set aside for a water tank, but it is well below most of the lots itself. So unless you have some sort of backup plan here, you may have a pressure problem.
That would be probably part of the study, I would assume, wouldn't it, Ron? To see how we get water up there, those lots, should people develop them. Thank you, Perry. Any other public comment? Oh, the college. You gonna tell us something about the college tonight?
Yeah.
Well, good.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Annie Carlson, and I direct marketing and communications at Montreat College. Just wanted to share about a few upcoming events that we're having at the college and invite y'all to come, some different academic conferences that are happening. We have the Inklings Weekend coming up, April 1st through the 3rd. For C.S. Lewis fans out there, it's a great conference. Dr. Don King is instrumental in that, so invite you to take a look at that. We also have an undergraduate research symposium happening with our students the middle of April. Great opportunity to hear what our students are researching at the undergraduate level. Also, we are hosting a Walker Percy conference. It's actually a really big deal for us. We have scholars coming from 40 different colleges and universities across the country. It's the Conference on Christianity and Literature is the organization that is going to be actually having their Southeast Conference on our campus. So that's happening April 28th through the 30th. So just wanted to let you know about a few things happening at the college. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Anyone else? Yes, Martha.
Thank you. I'm Martha Campbell, 149 Maryland Place, and as Vice Chair of the Land Care Committee, I want everybody to mark your calendar for April 30th. That's our native plant sale and Arbor Day celebration. This year we will have seminars as we did last year in the lower level of Moore Center, and we will have our plant sale and other vendors related to plants and gardening out on the field. An addition this year is we will have a food truck. So bring your appetite. You can take your dinner home or you can eat it while you're there at the plant sale. This is an opportunity for our community again to come together and look at how we preserve not just our own properties but our community, how we care for our trees. There'll be free tree seedlings, and I've just gotten a shipment of free magazines about plants in your yard and bees. The importance of caring for the bees in our yard and the work that they do as pollinators. So please mark your calendar, April 30th. Also, I'm in charge of volunteers. I have 2, and actually I have 4, but I need more than that. Just spend a little time with our vendors and help them out. Get them a drink or some coffee or something while they are there to help us. Thank you.
Thank you, Martha, and thank you for all the work y'all do on that every year. Anyone else? Hearing none, we move to Commissioners' Communications. Anyone?
Ann does. I do. In addition to land care, the plant sale on April the 30th, I also wanted to let everybody know we're going to be celebrating our newly acquired Tree City Award at our next regular meeting, which will be April the 14th. I believe it's going to be right here, working with Bill Seaman, who is the chair of Land Care, so we can have special presentation for that. So hopefully everyone can be here for that. The tree board will be meeting again next week. We'll be having our second meeting and getting our business underway. Also wanted to remind people that we have, the audit committee has begun its meetings. This is the year we're sending out RFQs, or requests for qualifications, to various auditing firms in the state and in the area who can help us out. We had a meeting scheduled last week, but we were inquorate, which was my new word for that day. It means we didn't have a quorum. So we are down one member. We need, for any of you who have any interest in working with the auditors or reading through the auditing and getting firsthand knowledge before it comes before the public next fall, please check the website, fill out an application, or you can stop by the town office. But we do need a member from the community to help serve on that committee. We meet 3, occasionally 4 times a year. So it's not a heavily demanding committee membership. But we could use your help. So I think that's pretty much everything I had to say tonight.
Thank you.
I got something.
Bill?
Yeah, so I think it's important for the community to understand there's a lunatic thing in government that I learned in government school. And it's the RFQ where I come from is a request for quote. Well, that's a request for qualifications. So when we're hiring anybody for professional services, we have to do a request for qualifications without knowing what they're going to charge us, which is the lunatic part. And I just want y'all to understand that's complicated in that. So we have to, it doesn't matter whether we're doing an engineering service or an accounting service or anything. We have to do this RFQ, which is request for qualifications first. And then we have to negotiate the request for price or an RFP on the other end. So I think it's important that you understand in clarifying some of the things that may not make sense it didn't make sense to me. So but we're required to do it that way by law. So just so you know.
That's the first thing I heard from Bill when he got back from school is, sure not like business. Anyone else? Kent?
One quick comment, Chief Staggs, I'm not sure if you addressed this tonight, but obviously this weekend was our first 70-degree weather, and I did get some calls from folks up on Oklahoma Lookout area, and I was up there this weekend, counted probably about 35 cars every which way. So to the neighbors, I'm not sure what the solution is, but we have heard you, we'll look into it.
Yes.
Mary?
One report, the Hemlock Restoration Initiative held its convention here in Montreat several weeks ago. John Johnson, Rusty Frank, Jane Holt, Bill Seaman, and I attended this day and a half Hemlock Restoration Initiative. Pardon? Pardon?
And he went too.
Joe Standard. Sorry, Joe went too.
Thank you, Mary. Anyone else? Hearing no one else, did you have anything, Kitty? Okay. The meeting dates, upcoming meeting dates, March 16, Town Services Office is the tree board. The Town Service Office is closed on March the 25th for Good Friday. What do we do about staff? Staff doesn't work on Friday. What do you do about the guys who work just 4 days a week?
They take Thursday off.
They take Thursday off, okay. Agenda packets are available on April the 5th at the Town Services Office. Montreat Land Care Committee meets April 6th at 9 a.m. in the Kirk Allen Building, the Swannanoa Room. April agenda meeting is April the 7th, 7 o'clock here in the Walkup Building. Then on April the 14th, the April Town Council meeting is here at 7 o'clock in this building. Planning and Zoning Commission meets on April 21st, 2016 at 7 p.m. in the Walkup Building. I think that covers all the meetings. I'll entertain a motion for closed session.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, I move that we enter into closed session in accordance with North Carolina General Statute 143, 318.11(3) for attorney consultation regarding a civil action, Carolyn Zoe Crowder, John L. Curry, Nancy B. Thomas, Henry W. Darden Jr., and wife Carolyn V. Darden plaintiffs versus the Town of Montreat defendant.
Have a motion for closed session. Do I hear a second? Have a second from Ken Otto. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Go into closed session. This meeting is adjourned.